Good evening, everyone. My name is Nikol Murphy, co-founder of the ncbloggernetwork.com and blogger for Mom Complicated. Welcome to Blogging411, where we talk for 30 minutes every Wednesday about blogging. The NC Blogger Network is a member community for bloggers in North Carolina. We use collaboration, education, and support to make blogging across the state stronger and better for you. I wanted to let you know that our founder discount expires tonight at midnight. So if you would like to be a part of our membership side of our website, tonight is the night to join. If you use the discount code FOUNDERS2014, that's FOUNDERS2014, you'll get 15% off of your membership price. And now that we've taken care of business, I am super excited to welcome our special guest, Jaime McKee, with us tonight.
Hello, hello.
And I would also like Allison, my co-host, to go ahead and introduce herself, and then we will allow Jaime to introduce herself.
Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I am Allison Barrett Carter. I've been blogging for 5 years, actually sold my first blog, and now freelance write, do content strategy, and of course, like Nicole said, I am a co-founder of the NC Blogger Network.
And Jaime, welcome again.
Thank you, guys. I'm Jaime McKee, and my blog is lovejaime.com. I have been blogging since 2005, and full-time, I am a director of alumni relations for Marshall University, so blogging is just a side business for me.
So tonight, I am really excited about this because I am on the learning side of this topic, and the topic tonight is Triberr and how to use the platform to grow your blog. And Jaime so graciously offered to kind of walk us through what her average day looks like on Triberr. She uses it as a time-saving technique, and as you heard, she has a full-time job, and the blog is a part-time gig for her. So this is something that she's not sitting at the computer all day working on her blog. So I'm fascinated to learn about Triberr. I've heard great things, and I'm super excited that you're going to help us out, Jaime.
Definitely. So I learned about Triberr just about a month ago from a couple of friends at Type A Parent Conference, and the reason I signed up for it because it was just another platform, and we all have a ton of platforms that we belong to, but there were a small group of my friends, and we all read each other's blogs, but at the same time our blogs kind of gather in this space, and we don't always have time to read them, but we want to share and promote one another, and Triberr allows us to do that quickly. So my largest tribe, my group, is 9 people, and it's just easy for me to go in and take a few seconds and click share on a post and share it with all of my Twitter followers. I thought it was interesting because I generally blog between 6 and 7 times a week, which is a lot, and I know I'm a little crazy, but over the last couple of weeks with my full-time job, I was lucky to blog twice last week, and I thought that for sure my traffic would tank, and I think this is the only thing I can attribute it to, with my friends still sharing my posts through Triberr, my traffic maintained like that level, of page views, which I was just completely surprised by. A year ago, my traffic would have been like nothing if I hadn't blogged, and so I've maintained my traffic the last 2 weeks, and it's just really exciting to see everyone is still sharing my stuff. So
yeah, I was totally impressed with that, and also when it was kind of funny, I think Allison and I both dusted off our Triberr accounts when you started talking about it, and I immediately noticed that there were more tweets about my, people were retweeting and things, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and then I'm like, oh, it's Triberr and like the 4 tribe members that I'm in. And so you did a really good job explaining to us kind of what Triberr was. Can you tell, before in the green room, can you tell our audience kind of what is Triberr if no one's ever heard of it?
Okay, Triberr describes itself as just a website, but really it is a website that you can create a group of a small niche of bloggers. So I can create a tribe of my fitness bloggers, my fitness blogger friends, or my family blogger friends, or people just in North Carolina that might share some of the same kind of audience. It can be the same type of audience, but it also helps me reach a new audience. So this, yeah, I mean, it just allows me to hit a niche of people that I may not otherwise, be able to share content with. And the cool thing with Triberr, like, I like to share my friends' posts on Twitter, but I also follow over 1,000 people on Twitter, so I can't always remember to go in and check Nicole's posts to see what she's been blogging about today. So in Triberr, I can see, oh yeah, she blogged today or she blogged last night, and I can easily share it, whether it's today or if it's on Friday. And it's not something that you have to log in and check every single day. You can check it once or twice a week, and you will benefit from it, and your friends will benefit from it.
I want to throw in too, and again, I'm on the learning side of Triberr as well, but my limited experience with it is that it's a lot easier to use than something like your RSS feed organizer. For example, I use Feedly, and obviously the people, my friends that I have in Feedly, I try to make sure that I'm supporting them and retweeting their stuff, but I have to then log into my Feedly, find it, read it, then tweet out from Feedly. The same thing with Blog11, and you can create it, your Blog11 role so that you're getting your emails from your friends' posts, but then that requires that additional click-through requirement. Requires that requirement. And then but Triberr's a lot easier. You just log in, you see it, and you just click to share, and it seems to streamline the process a lot more, I think.
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, what is the argument for someone who would say, well, I keep Twitter lists and I'm already in Twitter? It just seems like when I open up Triberr, it just seems so much more open and organized. But what would be the argument for, say, like, well, I already keep a Twitter list or I have a Facebook group, so why do I need to do this? Can you... Go ahead, sorry.
Well, no, I think that because this limits it to a smaller group of people, my Twitter list can get pretty out of hand, and honestly, I don't use Twitter lists. I'm part of Twitter lists, and I just know that there can be dozens, if not hundreds, of people on Twitter or on a list, and I just don't have time to look through all that.
I would also say that with your Twitter list, for me, the way my lists are, you're seeing everything that person tweeted, not just their own content. So with Triberr, it kind of limits you and narrows you down to just getting their original content to share.
Yeah, and I also use Feedly, and I do read Feedly, but like right now I have over 100 unread posts, and they're all people that I want to read, but I don't have time. I just haven't had time, and but I have time to log in and see my 9 closest friends, what they've been up to, and share. It takes me just a few seconds.
Now I have a question, and I apologize if this is really super basic, but can you share from feed? So like, say I have 10 minutes to go into Triberr, if I share all 9 of my friends' things, do I have to share them right then and there in real time, or can they get spaced out?
It does share right then and there. I haven't figured out if they allow anything for scheduling, the shared posts. And I'm also using the free version. So if you want to pay for a version, you can add additional blog feeds. So if you have more than one blog, you can add multiple. Like in the free version, you can add 2. And the other thing is you can only import up to 14 posts per week. If somebody is importing or somebody is posting more than 14 times a week on one blog, I want to know their secret. But yeah, so you can share up to 14 of your own posts through your own feed per week, and you can share numerous times. Okay. I mean, I haven't hit a maximum as far as sharing. But I did notice that with the free version, they do cap your groups, your tribes, at 30 people. You can only import 14 posts per week. you can import 2 blogs. If you get the paid version, you can import more blogs, and so I think that there's benefits for for the paid version. But right now I'm just using the free version. I only have a couple of minutes per week. I want to support people, and I do notice like some of my friends they share my stuff throughout the night. And it's just interesting when my posts are being shared, because before my posts were being shared occasionally, or I might just have the occasional retweet, or I could tell my people, like tell my friends, hey, could you go retweet this to your followers, because it would really help me. But this way they can just do it.
Is there, it goes to Twitter, obviously. What other social media platforms can you share on Triberr?
And you can take a spin. You can take us for a spin around Triberr if you'd like.
Yes, let's do that. I'll go share some posts.
Okay. Yay, screen share.
Okay. So when I log in, are you guys able to see it right now?
Yes.
Okay. So when I log in, this is my main stream, and I can click on tribes and see I've only got 2 tribes. My 9-member tribe and my 5-member tribe, and the reach is basically our Twitter followers and how many people we could potentially reach through that group. But I've seen the reach doesn't really matter whether you're part of a huge group or a really small group. I can see over on the right-hand side who's active right now, and these are 2 of my friends.
Does that mean that they're actually logged in right now?
They're probably just sharing in the last couple of hours.
Okay.
So, Nicole, you've had the most recent post. It looks like it came through about 8 hours ago. But here's my friend Susanna's post, and we'll just share her stuff real quick. But I can click on share. Oh, it's scheduling it. If I click this share, I can share to Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, StumbleUpon, or Pinterest. I normally do Twitter because it's fast. And it's done.
I'm going to interrupt for just a second with kind of a curveball question, because that's what I do. What is the difference, and if I truly don't know the answer, what is the difference between Triberr and StumbleUpon? Like, I have been in StumbleUpon a few times, and I will be completely frank, I didn't really get it. If you know, do either of you use StumbleUpon or really understand how that's different than Triberr? Is StumbleUpon more like sharing?
I don't use StumbleUpon.
Okay. I don't know, but we do have a person who's going to come on and talk to us about StumbleUpon. So we'll find that out.
We can compare those in just a couple of weeks.
If anybody's watching live and wants to jump in with an answer, let us know.
Yeah, and I'm just, like, I can share my own post again, because this post actually went up last night, but it would be good to promote it again today. I'm really bad about promoting myself.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a blogger's curse, almost.
Yeah. So in just a couple of seconds, I just shared 2 posts. One was Susanna's, and one was my own post. I can view my own posts and see what I've blogged the last couple of days. The other thing is with Triberr, they have a plugin for WordPress. So if you don't have WordPress or don't have this plugin, it can take up to 8 hours for your blog post to import into Triberr. With the plugin, it goes over within seconds. All right, are you guys able to see this free from Shutterfly?
Yes.
Post? Okay. Right here, it shows that it's paused. This was a blog post that I did over the weekend, and the sale was only, or this freebie was only good Saturday and Sunday. And so late Sunday night, I came in and I paused it. I can pause my posts so that nobody else can see these posts and share it. I only did that so that nobody was sharing a blog that was old and outdated.
Now I see that it says delete too. What's the difference between pausing and deleting?
Pausing means I can go back and make it active again if I wanted to. If you delete a post, you cannot re-import it.
Oh, okay, that's a good.
So if you You can edit your post, and if you need to change a headline or something, you can do it by editing.
I like that.
And yeah. So I talked to a friend of mine who has used Triberr for a while, and she accidentally deleted a post so that she could go in and change the headline or change some content, and she tried to re-import it, and Triberr will not re-import a post. So I've just gotten into the habit of pausing posts that are outdated.
Now, I was wondering, when you just were on that other screen, so it has my profile picture with today's blog post. Is that because I tweeted it out, do you think? And if that's too technical, I'm sorry. Because
I'm not sure.
The blog post is actually it's on the North Carolina Blogger Network website, but then I, of course, tweeted it out this morning, so I'm wondering. There's a lot of zeros on my profile there.
Well, when you guys blog on NC Blogger Network, on that blog, do you log in as yourselves or an NC Blogger Network login?
As ourselves.
Yeah.
So we each have a different profile, a different dashboard.
Okay. It could also have to do with the feed, Nicole, like that you have set up for yourself, because I know that you're one of the people that's a part of my tribe, and then NC Blogger Network is also a part of my tribe. So when I look at the NC Blogger Network tribe members,
oh, yep.
So that's what it is. So it has to do with your feed
Interesting.
on Triberr. So you may have you may have the same feed set up.
I'll have to go look at that.
Yeah, look under your settings. I would look under your settings.
I bet, yeah. Duh. Okay. That's funny. Look at that. Thank you, Jamie.
No problem.
Jamie, how did you find people to be in your tribe on Triberr?
Honestly, I just talk to people in real life.
We don't do that.
No.
Yes, we do. That's why we created the network.
Exactly.
This was a group of girls that I met at Type A, and Carrie I've never met, but Kim and Janelle and Susanna and Lindsay, Karen, Jen, Callie, and Carly, we were all at Type A together, and we just thought it would be cool to have a group where we could share each other's work. And for the other tribe, because I'm only part of 2, I don't want to be overwhelmed with tribes or with groups. And for the NC Blogger Network, anyone who is part of the North Carolina Blogger Network and is also a member of Triberr can, do a quick search for NC Blogger Network, and I can approve them to be a part of our tribe. So,
Thank you.
But honestly, you can go to just the Triberr, their main page, and on the right-hand side, you can see live conversations. You can try to do a search for people that might like, or you can find Twitter handles.
That's great.
Or topics. I don't know if I do running. Now I'm just flying by the seat of my pants, guys.
That's the way we like it. Look at that.
There's a Jaime McKee. I don't think that's me, though. That is not me.
Okay.
But she does running stuff. So I could follow some of these people.
Yeah. Oh.
So like if I wanted to, I could follow her. And if I follow her, I could also send her an invite to be a part of my tribe. Or I can click on tribes and try to find, there's like an explore tribes at the bottom. So.
Do you know what bonfires are?
I do not. Let's click.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, these are people that are looking for tribes.
Oh.
So this Robin is looking for real estate land developers, landowners. Foodie Gourmet is looking for vegetarians and vegans on Triberr. So these are people who have created tribes that they just don't have anybody who has joined their tribe yet. And
but I think this makes a really good point, looking in this, that it's for everybody and every kind of blogger. I mean, there are all different types of topics, all different types of people in here, so you can definitely find a tribe to be in Triberr.
yes. And then it looks like Bonfires is also kind of like a forum or a message board in case you have problems.
Yeah, it looks like under these categories you can looking for guest posts. So this is great just to kind of see who else is out there too. I like it. I really like how easy and stream. I just like all the white space and how easily you can read everything.
Yes. Yeah.
Love it.
So I'm literally, if you look at my tribes, you can see the reach for this first one is 34,000,
Mm-hmm.
and the reach for NC Blogger Network, we only have 5 members, but it's 8311.
Yeah.
And I think that is basing it off of our Twitter followers.
Okay.
It must be just tallying those numbers. So, but under like activity for the specific tribes, I can share posts from various people, and I can scroll back, I mean, days and stuff, and we'll share her posts.
And are you only sharing on Twitter?
I mainly share on Twitter. I don't get a lot of. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen so I can look at you guys.
Okay.
I don't get a lot of views from Facebook, and I'm kind of bad with Pinterest.
We don't need to talk about that. That's great. Well, that's interesting that Twitter is your #1 referral source.
And it's just easy. It's just easy for me. Now for my work stuff, I will generally share more on Facebook than I do on Twitter. And I can reach up to tens of thousands of people on Facebook through work, but I cannot do that on my blog page for some reason. I don't know.
So we're not going to go down the Facebook, the Facebook road.
It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. But the stuff that I can get to go viral on my work Facebook page versus my personal Facebook page, there is no rhyme or reason to it. So I mainly use Twitter, and I do use Google Plus and Facebook a little bit.
So when you're in Triberr, I'm assuming that there's kind of like a code of ethics almost. Like if people aren't sharing, but you're sharing their stuff, can you kick them out of the tribe? Or like how does that work?
If you are the chief, if you're basically the admin, you can kick people out. So you can only have 1 admin per group, and Nicole and I found this yesterday because I tried to make her the admin, or the NC Blogger Network username the admin, and then it like took me out of the loop and stuff. So if we want somebody to kind of approve everyone that is asking to join, then we just need somebody that's going to be on it every couple of days, and I don't mind doing that. So because I am.
Oh no, you are our Triberr pro, and I think you're doing a great job with it. So I say run with it.
I do kind of love it now.
I think you're doing a great job too. So I fully support this, and I'm really excited that you're doing it.
So
when I handed over like the admin responsibility, I was like, oh no, it just made me a regular user. I just lost control.
Yeah.
So do you find on Triberr that you are just kind of sharing everything that's in your tribe, or are you trending towards, people within your tribe that are resharing your stuff or retweeting yours, or are you pulling based on content that draws your eye in? Like, how do you kind of approach it when it comes time to share and you open up your tribe in Triberr?
Well, I mean, I literally have like 14 people that I can share from, or 13, because 9 and 5, and I'm one of those 9 and 5. So when I open up my stream, I'm looking to see what's most recent, but also what I think is going to be relevant for my followers. Some of my followers are going to trend towards the fitness posts, and I read Susanna's blog every time she posts something. So we have a lot of similar followers anyway, and I know that people are going to read it.
So I think that's a key point for people, though, like me, beginners, trying to get into Triberr and start to use it. Like, don't go crazy and just share everything because the people are in your tribe. Still think about who your audience is at the end of your Twitter feed or the end of your Facebook post, whether or not they would be interested in that, whether or not that fits your image and brand.
Yeah, yeah. And I like, within the North Carolina Blogger Network, if I do stuff, on Asheville, other people in North Carolina can retweet or can share my post about Asheville specific stuff, and I wouldn't mind sharing all of the Raleigh or Charlotte's or wherever in North Carolina, because I know that we've got a common audience, and I think that that's one of the reasons I haven't joined a bunch of random tribes, is because I don't want to have to share a bunch of content that's not relevant to me, and if it's not relevant to me, it's not going to be relevant to my followers.
It's a great point. Totally a great point. I made the mistake where I jumped into a group, and I was like, oh no, these are all really nice people, but I'm really not that interested in anything they're saying. So
Exactly.
yeah, I hear you. Now, so we are coming up on the 30 minutes. So does anyone have anything exciting coming up that you guys want to share other than our Founders discount, Founders 2014, and let's see, a shout out to Smiles by Pay at Family Dentistry. Throw in the comments your name so that I know what your name is, but welcome to the network, and we will contact you privately to handle the discount, because I saw that you made a comment that you didn't know about the discount when you joined today, so we will go ahead and take care of that for you. But again, the discount is Founders 2114. Founders 2014.
Actually, it's spelled by no S, I think, right, Nicole? I don't.
Oh my God. It's the end of the show. I thought it was, you know what, we're going to go ahead and post it in the in the comments, and you should go and check there to make sure you have the right one. But if anyone doesn't have any big announcements other than that, we're going to go ahead and say goodbye, and next week we are excited. We're going to be talking about Hello with Mark Traphagen. And Jamie, thank you so much for explaining Triberr to us.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great night, everyone.
Good night.